Cadborosaurus willsi, nicknamed Caddy, is an alleged sea serpent reported to be living on the Pacific coast of North America. Its name is derived from Cadboro Bay in Greater Victoria, British Columbia, and the Greek root word saurus meaning lizard or reptile. Reports describe it as being similar in form and behavior to various popularly named lake monsters such as Ogopogo of Okanagan Lake in British Columbia and to the Loch Ness monster of Scotland. Description: Cadborosaurus willsi is said by witnesses to resemble a serpent with vertical coils or humps in tandem behind the horse-like head and long neck, with a pair of small elevating front flippers, and either a pair of hind flippers, or a pair of large webbed hind flippers fused to form a large fan-like tail region that provides powerful forward propulsion. Dr. LeBlond, Director of Earth and Ocean Sciences at UBC, and Dr. Blissfield, retired chief zoologist of the Canadian Museum of Nature, state every elongated animal has been put forward as an explanation for Caddy. These animals include conger eels, humpback whales, elephant seals, ribbon oarfish, basking sharks and sea lions. LeBlond and Blissfield state no known creature matches the characteristics found in over 200 sightings collected over a century, noting that Caddy is described as having flippers both anterior and posterior. Creatures identified as Cadborosaurus sea lion in 1943 two police officers, Inspector Robert Owens and Staff Sergeant Jack Russell saw a huge sea serpent with a horse-like head in Georgia Strait. Later with a pair of binoculars Sergeant Russell saw that the strange apparition was a huge bull sea lion leading a herd of 6 sea lions. Their undulations as they swam appeared to form a continuous body, with parts showing at intervals as they surfaced and dived. To the naked eye, the sight perfectly impersonated a sea monster. Giant oarfish. There have been suggestions that Caddy could be an example of the king of herrings or giant oarfish. This species can reach 17 meters in length and weigh up to 300 kilograms. Some think the red mane on the head and back of the giant oarfish resembles a horse head with mane. A modern illustration by David John, based on LeBlond-Blissfield composite and eyewitness accounts shows Caddy with a red mane. They're long and silvery and they undulate like a serpent would as they swim through the water, said H. J. Walker, a senior museum scientist at the Scripps Institution of Oceanography, which has several oarfish in its collection. Basking shark. The carcass of a decomposing basking shark is often mistaken for Caddy and has fooled experts and laymen. A rotting basking shark may also resemble a decomposing plesiosaur. Pipefish. Darren Ness and colleagues have proposed that the baby Cadborosaurus captured in 1968 by William Hageland was really a pipefish. First Nations accounts, a native image that fits Caddy's description has been traditionally used throughout Alaska. The image indicates that Caddy or a caddy-like creature moves north to Vancouver when the water's warm. The Inuit of Alaska have even put the picture on their canoes to keep the creature away. The Cadborosaurus is called Hi'itlayik by the Manhasset people who live on Sydney Inlet, Tkainko in Sea Schulp mythology, and Numkse Likwala by the Comox band of Vancouver Island. Sightings. There have been more than 300 claimed sightings during the past 200 years, including Deep Cove in Sarnak Inlet, and Island View Beach, both like Cadboro Bay also on the Sarnak Peninsula, also British Columbia, and also at San Francisco Bay, California. Kelly Nash video. In 2009, fisherman Kelly Nash purportedly filmed several minutes of footage featuring 10 to 15 creatures in Noshagak Bay. In 2011, a very short segment of the footage was shown on the Discovery TV show Hill Stranded, where the Hillstrand brothers apparently saw Nash's footage and unsuccessfully attempted to find one of the creatures. Carcasses associated with Cadborosaurus. 1930, on November 10 at Glacier Island near Valdez a skeleton was found in ice. The skeleton was 24 feet long with flippers. Some of the remains were preserved in Cordova for scientific study. The creature is thought to be a whale. 1934, in November on Henry Island near Prince Rupert, badly decomposed remains about 30 feet long found. Dr. Neil Carter examined the remains. Creature identified as basking shark. 1937, In October, a purported Cadborosaurus carcass was retrieved from the stomach of a sperm whale in Naden Harbour and photographed. A sample of this carcass was sent to the BC Provincial Museum, where it was tentatively identified as a fetal baleen whale by museum director Francis Kermode. 1941, a carcass called Sarah the Sea Hag was found on Kitsilano Beach. W. A. Clemens and I. McTaggart-Cowan identified it as a shark. 1947, in December at Vernon Bay, Berkeley Sound, Vancouver Island, a 45-foot creature was found. It was identified as a shark. 1950, in Deer Lake, Oregon, a creature was found with 4 tails and thick hair. It was identified as a whale shark. 1956, somewhere near Dry Harbor south of Yakutat, Alaska, a 100-foot-long carcass was found with 2-inch long hair. Trevor Kincaid is quoted as saying description fits no known creature. W. A. Clemens identified the carcass as a bared-beaked whale. 1962, in April near Erklawlet, a 14-foot-long carcass was found with elephant-like head. The carcass was dragged ashore by Simon Peter and later thought to be an elephant seal. 1963, in September near Oak Harbor, Whidbey Island, a carcass was found with a head resembling a horse. A.D. Wielander of Fisheries thought it was a basking shark. Purported live capture, 1968, in August, W. Hageland claims to have caught a baby caddy near De Courcy Island. 1991, in July, on Johns Island, Phyllis Harsh claims to have caught a small 2-foot baby caddy and returned it to the water. Media appearances. Cadborosaurus has also been featured on the television documentary series Northern Mysteries. Caddy was a mysterious element featured in the 9th Nancy Drew computer game produced by Her Interactive, Danger on Deception Island, set on the west coast of the United States. References: Bauer, A.M. and Russell, A.P.A. Living Plesiosaur. A Critical Assessment of the Description of Cadborosaurus willsi. Cryptozoology 12, 1 €18. Basfield, E.L., and P.H. LeBlond. An account of Cadborosaurus willsi, new genus, new species, a large aquatic reptile from the Pacific coast of North America. Amphipacifica Vol 1 SUPPL. 1, pages 1 €25, 19 fix. Coleman, Lauren and Clark, Jerome. Cryptozoology A to Z. The Encyclopedia of Loch Monsters, Sasquatch, Chupacabras, and Other Authentic Mysteries of Nature with Jerome Clark. Jupp, Ursula Cadboro, A Ship, A Bay, A Sea Monster. J Editions. Wright, John D. Cryptids and Other Creepy Creatures. External links, French, Caddy le serpent de mer canadien sur crypto-investigations.com, Cadborosaurus and the Naden Harbour carcass, extant Mesozoic marine reptiles, or just bad science? Cryptomundo, 15 Cadborosauruses? Maybe a few less. The Cadboro Bay sea serpent, the Cadborosaurus watch, the cryptid zoo, Caddy, MSNBC report on it, and 2009 video of suspected creature. http, blogs Sozwagovindex PHP 09, 1892 sighting near Dungeness, Washington.